Lovely Davies by Robert Burns. Oh, how shall I unskilfu try the poet's occupation, the tunefu powers and happy hours that whisper inspiration? Even they mun dare an effort mair than aught they ever gave us, or they rehearse in equal verse the charms of lovely Davies. Each eye it cheers when she appears, like Phebus in the morning, when past the shower and every flower the garden is adorning. As the wretch looks o'er Siberia's shore, when winter bound the wave is, say droops our heart when we mun part, Frae charming lovely Davies. Her smile's a gift, Frae boon her lift, at makes us mair than princes. A scepter'd hand, a king's command, is in her darting glances. A man in arms gainst female charms, even he her willing slave is. He hugs his chain and owns the reign of conquering lovely Davies. My muse to dream of such a theme, her feeble powers surrender. The eagle's gaze alone surveys the sun's meridian splendor. I would in vain essay the strain, the deed to daring brave is. I'll drop the lyre and mute admire the charms of lovely Davies. This was written for the diminutive Deborah Duff Davies, who was a relative of Robert Burns's friend, neighbor, and collaborator Robert Riddell. He also wrote a much better known song called Bonnie Wee Thing for her. This song was published with the wrong melody. I don't know why. In the Scots Musical Museum in 1792, it was published with a tune from James Oswald's Caledonian Pocket Companion called Port Athol, which is kind of a somber minor melody, and it doesn't suit the lyric. I don't think I've ever heard anyone sing it. Well, it must have been recorded at some time, but made no impression. Anyway, Miss Muir is what Burns indicated for it, Miss Muir. And I looked up 3 Miss Muir tunes on the Scottish Musical Index online. And 2 had Miss Muir something or other, and neither scanned to the lyric. Neil Gow's 5th collection had one called Miss Muir Mackenzie's Strathspey, and that's the one I've sung for you. And there is a very probable window for Burns to have acquired the melody. So it's Miss Muir Mackenzie's Strathspey from Neil Gow and Sons' 5th collection. It was published in 1809. Alexander Muir Mackenzie, born in 1764, had 7 daughters and friends in common with Burns, including Dugald Stewart and William Tytler. William Tytler knew music. I wrote an article about Scots music. There is a 3-year window in which this tune could have been composed for Miss Muir Mackenzie by Neil Gow and transmitted to Burns. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I generally memorize these, but this one is, it's not really a song that would be sung these days. It's not really this sort of, what he called a compliment to women. They're not really, seems a bit silly to me, okay? But there it is. We're going on with the complete recording all the songs. And the next one. It's funny, the previous song I did was dead serious, solemn masterpiece called The Song of Death. Burns was what's her name? Kay Redfield Jamison wrote a book called Touched by Fire, and she talked about Burns as manic depressive, and he certainly had his Blue Devils anxiety states, and he had his periods of just, he said, I am in song, and that's when he did his writing. But he also wrote some stuff when he was grim, and when you go chronologically, the ups and downs are pretty close together, you know. It's not a huge wave file, it's like this, okay? So Rob didn't stay down for long. As he said in his self-portrait song, Dainty Davy, he'll have misfortunes great and small, but I a heart above them a'. I a heart a boon them a'. He'll gie his daddy's name a blaw, give his daddy's name a blow. We'll all be proud of Davy. There's a later version of it called Rantin' Robin Robin, that song, which I think is a fraud. He wrote it to an old tune called Dainty Davy, and he used the old chorus. And we don't have a manuscript of Rantin' Robin Robin, but that's another story, and I'm talking a lot because it took me all day to get a take of this, and I'm hysterical. I'm going to go sing for my daddy, who's in a nursing home nearby, and he likes these songs too. And be well.